How's it going, everyone? How's how's the evening going? See if we can't rank up a little bit more again this evening. I'm sure we dropped a decent amount since last night.
You can't see where you're at until you get the game.
I can look right now. Just have to hit the profile button, it'll show me. 19. What a travesty.
But you're not 7.
Not 7 yet. Man, these queue times are rough. The chain grabber, huh? Alright, mono white. It's probably a rough matchup. I'd rather just have the Overlord and have it go to our hand. Putting the Rebel by Maverick into play doesn't really do as much good. Just gonna pick up the Maverick and recast. I think I'm just gonna take Lionel Rolls. That gives us the option to just cast Overlord next turn. You remove opponent. I'm assuming we're going to get hit with a Sunfall here. But if we don't, we have a heck of a lot of damage, so force them into Sunfall. Or not Sunfall, but like Day of Judgment or something, split up. Attacks. I could decline here. Souls of the Lost plus Calisel Sword is lethal. the big old fireball. Fortunately, here we're going to have a tough time beating the rest in peace that come in. So you need to be cognizant of that. Yeah, your deck is sweet. I want to give it a shot. I saw that you're doing really well with it last night, so I want to give it a chance here. How are you doing this evening? You absolutely crushed me with it yesterday. It seems really good against Delirium, that's for sure. That Delirium list I was playing today, I had a lot of success with. I think we're just supposed to Overlord here. Never gonna say no to a Glissa here. Yeah, that's my problem. I played 2 games with it today before I started streaming. I absolutely crushed the deck without Rest in Peace, and then got handily crushed by a Rest in Peace. But all the other Graveyard is just way too slow, it seems like. I mean, we just lose Glissa 100% if we cast it here. We'll just cast Soul of the Lost. I don't really want our Glissa to die for free here. Overlord, stick a Wildfire Worker Folk. Just 1 extra enchantment removal. Ah, the Smite. How incredibly rude. Another good Overlord deck. I've been trying to find good Overlord decks in Standard. The Black Overlord, because I think that card is really good. It just doesn't see near as much play as I feel like it should. Just keep him off card draw here's. Seemed like a loose use of a get lost there. Ah, the rip. Oh no. Almost assuredly going to get Sunfalled here. I'd rather Sunfall eat our Overlord. Hey, 26 lands, how's it going tonight? Oh, that's better for us than I was expecting, honestly. Alright, well. Glissa time. Go ahead. Rumbreaker is spicy. It's a good way to... Oh, we get attack? Incredibly rude. Could have played around the Elspeth Smite. That was trash. Alright, we do want to cast... Yeah, we're just going all in here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Oh, we have lethal next turn. They have to draw a removal spell this turn. That's also fair, but it is just a mill 3. Maybe that's the only way they have to really win. Carrot Cake's a little obnoxious. I don't really want to discard that card, but I think we're going to give Trample to our Overlord. They block here. 6, 7, 8, 9. I wish to tag with everything. I don't think we're supposed to lose the Glissa here. I'm assuming they left a Wrath on top of their deck. Honestly, double block the NT seems real loose. That makes the most sense. Is it Sunfall time? Oh, that's probably better. You're not wrong. Untap that to play around split up. Wasn't even thinking. If it split up off the top, I'm feel real silly. I was playing around split up earlier, and I was just convinced that Sunfall was the top card of their deck. Just to lay down arms. I mean, that's fine. Now we do cast this. Let's go ahead and attack. I'd rather have the NT untapped to keep these two around, because they have to. The split up won't stop us here. We're in a bad spot to Bezo or Wrath. Other than that, we should be fine here. Ah, the whole one number up. Let's go. 19 to 18. I did see that Pest Control decided to go up to $1 million today. And I did not buy my Pest Controls, and I was very sad. I think when I looked, they are $47 last I looked. At least on Hobbytown's site, they're $47. And that's why I didn't buy them. I was going to buy 2 last weekend, but they were $20. And I'm like, yeah, that seems like a lot. And, well, I was wrong. Apparently it was not a lot. Seemed a little steep for $20, but I guess it is better than that. I mean, I honestly just think I want both of these, which I think is wrong, but... So, I think we want to keep... Well, I guess we can ditch the Tyvar because we will mill over and can grab it anyway, but we do want the land. Dude, they still have them for 20. I was looking to buy one off of the... Like, the local store that usually has pretty good prices for TCG player, because I usually just go off TCG low, but those jumped up so high, I'm like, I think I'm good. Domain? Oh, no. Yeah, probably just like the green-white domain deck. The green-white beans. Might have to pick up some off of, site before they get too much more ridiculousness. Oh, did you? I would like to put a giant Souls of the Lost into play, please. I might have to go snooping through some TCG. That's pretty cheap.
Is that cheap?
$8, yeah. Better than 47. That was the only one. Yeah, no, right? I need to see if I can find something on there. I might go find something for a little more reasonable price. Don't need to give it trample. See if we can mill something else and play Wildfire Worker Folk. Just push some damage here. Bless you. Hopefully don't just untap Sunfall here. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I pick up all my Verges from the new set the second they drop. TCG low. One available on card king or 25. Oof. Oh, but they plotted a Dust Animus. Alright, I want those. Glissas. A lot of the Esper Pixies lists were playing them in the sideboard, but I'm not sure why it exploded in price just all of a sudden. I feel like we don't need these Revenge of the Rats on the board. Wait, that's true. It is really good against Boros and Breach. I guess that's fair. That's probably why they got expensive. Yeah, it is. Since it's a big score card, there's like not that much of it floating around either. Hard to find. All that does make sense. Ooh, the most painful of mana bases. I love it. I'm ready to get ripped on turn 2. Cry. Well, that's not the 2-mana enchantment I was afraid of. It's still a good 2-mana enchantment, but... Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It does line up a lot more with the modern trends. Since modern is the... I guess it's probably a bunch of people are picking it up for the next... When's the US RC? Is it this weekend or the next weekend? Is it this weekend? Okay, that does make a lot of sense. Come here, little kitten. Alright. So, this is getting smited almost assuredly. The odds of us hitting Delirium with this is very, very slim. But I still think I think we go for it because I don't mind picking up the Canker Bloom. Goodbye, Glissa. Yep. Yeah, I probably should still hold on to it since you're wanting to play the Death and Taxes deck. I wouldn't get rid of it. If you got any copies, it sounded like you had one. Elish Norn, huh? Interesting. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess we just cast this. There's no point in kicking it, right? Because the kicker is an ETB. Go ahead. Was not expecting Elish Norn. Don't see that a whole lot. That's true. Especially against the Eldrazi decks. Playing Smuggler Surprise? That's surprising. There's a Dust Animus. Dust Animus comes in as a 4/5, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Playing Engineer's a sweet card. I'll get a double surveil. Busted. Wasn't a very good draw. I would like to attack these two. We'll just take Tyvar back here. It wasn't more than a decade at this point. It was a long time since we played a bunch of Legacy. I wonder what they kept on top. Did they rip? I mean, I'm sure there is Rest in Peace in their deck somewhere. Dinosaur? Uh-oh. Oh no, a Tranquil Frillback. It's disgusting. I can confirm I did not enjoy playing against Death and Taxes with my Storm deck. Not a good time. Drew Inti. I mean, we're just casting Overlord and passing, I guess. Save Inti for later. Need to be able to attack with this Overlord to start pumping our creatures back up. I'm assuming their hand's fairly weak since they aren't doing anything else. Or haven't been doing anything else. I'd honestly rather just get rid of my Tyvar now, pick something up, and then, like, buy back our Tyvar.
Go on.
We have a Seized by Slumber? Oh, no. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, they found the Vaultborn Tyrant, too? That's unfortunate. Second Elishnorn, because I get another trigger off the Vaultborn Tyrant. Okay. Alright, well, that's enough of that. We're in so much trouble. I do believe we are about as good off here as we can get. Maybe we do want... No. Maybe they're not playing Rip. Since they're playing Smuggler Surprise. Maybe we do want the combo in. At least in some capacity. I still want all those. Maybe it's just a Lurgoyf that goes away. Lurgoyf's probably better than Wildfire Wicker Folk on average. Let's try this. I am pumped to get to play in the streamer event on Wednesday. I'm super excited. It'd be nice to get to play with the new cards ahead of time. Wow, we can't keep this. Can't keep this, though. This hand's very good. It's also not incredibly painful like our last hand was. Not that that matters a whole lot, but it's still nice. I need to look around at some different lists, see what people are kind of excited for. I haven't made a whole lot of lists myself. I do need to play around with some stuff and see what we want to play. Brutal. Mill 3 lands? Ouch. That was a terrible way for our mana to tap. Yeah. Maverick. Don't want either of those. Untap Llanowar Elves. Inti, go ahead. I don't think I've seen that one. I'm really excited to play with Bloodghast again. I haven't played with Bloodghast since last time it was in Standard. And I really like that card. Bloodghast is a sick magic card. Pick up the Callous Sellsword. I don't want to untap either of these. If that is Sunfall, they're going to kill our Souls of the Lost anyway. But we can pick it back up with our Tyvar, depending on what they do. Resplendent Angel. Seems like a thing I can beat, probably. I would like to attack with this one for sure. Probably just this one. Nah, we attack with these two, and I put the counter on the Inti, discarding this Canker Bloom. So I'm assuming this is dying to get lost. But if they want a Resplendent Angel block, I want them to force them to block with this thing. That's fine. So I had to block the Souls of the Lost. Might have been too cute. This list is sick. I've been having fun with it so far. So we have lethal here, so we'll let this happen. Then we'll Canker Bloom to destroy our Overlord, and then Callous Sellsword them. Canker Bloom, destroy our own Overlord. And this is 17. Doing good tonight. Doing real good tonight. How are you doing, Cerebral? I do like to play all of the hotness. All the new hotness is my favorite. Yeah, we're playing the list that 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻 was playing last night on stream. They handily crushed us on the ladder in one match, and we decided I wanted to give the deck a shot because it looked like a lot of fun. Exhaust, put 2+1/+1 counters on this creature. Whenever you activate exhaust ability, revert this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, that's cute. Okay. What's thrice called? That card's kind of neat. I like that. It's another like Bloodghasty type of effect. I would be holding. I think I want to build it with black. I just don't know what exhaust cards there are if they're all green. But only having one other thing with exhaust seems a little rough. Hey, how's it going, SP? Yeah, that's impressive. 85% win rate overall is real impressive. It is really good as long as your opponent does not have the card Rest in Peace. If they do, you're in a real rough spot. If they don't, this deck just absolutely mows them over. Kick ourselves a Lurgoyf. Yep, exclamation point deck should give you the deck in chat. Yep, looks like Tube Hunter got it. That'll give you this deck and all the other decks we've played on stream. You know, I'd really like a red source. Please? If I say please, will you give me a red source? We're supposed to turn this into a 3/3? I would assume this deck would be pretty, like, really good in a local RCQ. Especially if you know of a lot of people around where you're play, like, decks that play Rest in Peace. If you know they don't, then this deck is gonna just fry whatever you're playing against usually. I think a lot of the Gear Hulks are very good. I've been fairly impressed with how the Gearhulks look so far. I'd take the Tyrant, or Tyvar, I mean. I think the only Gearhulk that's like mostly unplayable in Standard is probably the green-red one, because it's a little too expensive, but I think the rest of the Gearhulks could potentially find a home. That's true, you're queued now, so you can bring whatever you want. You can bring the spicy lists to the RCQs now. We're in a really bad spot too. This town ain't big enough, but if they don't have that, we might be okay. This nurturing pixie might kill us, though. A little unfortunate. We're very dead to this town ain't big enough, but we're in an okay spot against everything else. Or Fear of Isolation. Like, Fear of Isolation Pixie in this town ain't big enough, I'll kill us. I'm not sure. I feel like the matchups are probably pretty close. Any game we're on the play, I think we're probably pretty heavily favored, but it could just get ran over because there's not a lot of removal. I think that's the only hard part is that with no like really good removal spells, I think it'll be a little tough to beat that deck. Alright, we're dead. If we didn't take a turn off for not having red mana, I think we probably would have been able to get there. I do want to know where to runs. Baloth seemed decent. Glissa seems good. They're going to bring in at least 2 Rest in Peace, so we probably need these. Man, we are boarding in a lot of cards here. The Gnawing Vermin are fine. The Rumblebolt Mavericks are worse than the Gnawing Vermin. We probably cut all the Lurgoyfs. Trim down on a couple Tivers, and then cut the Wildfire Worker folks. Nah, we cut the Calisel Swords for sure. Sand is very bad. Sand is much better. We'll ditch the Wildfire Worker folk, or just want to ditch a land? Probably just ditch a land. We could potentially find another Rebel Belt Maverick anyway, if that's what we want. This card has been better than I was expecting. We're playing some in the Delirium deck that I've been piloting for a while, and the card's been impressive. The Surveil 2 is pretty good. I don't know. I just don't think that is a very good pile of Magic cards. I do not think that the Omniscience decks are very good. Fair. I have heard a lot of people still liking the Omniscience deck, but I just do not agree that it is very good. I personally am very excited for Spell Pierce. I'm not an enjoyer of losing to Sunfall, so being able to play Spell Pierce makes me very happy. Although the addition of Spell Pierce plus the black enchantment that either discards or makes them sacrifice a creature, and the 1 mana artifact that disfigures, I think might be the nail in the coffin for making sure that Esper is just the best deck. Esper or blue-black bounce, where it is going to be the best deck, not close. Which is a little scary. I'm very very happy that I'm not a Sunfall player. I don't think the bauble has flash, but just being a the are you talking about the 1 mana disfigure? I don't think it has flash, but just being a thing you can pick back up that also disfigures on one, I think is going to be huge. Yeah, that will be the deck that I will be piloting most of the time. That is was my favorite archetype from here. I think it is very very good. Well, definitely attacking for 7. Probably just playing these two things as blockers. Just need to not die to this town ain't big enough. Yeah, I was going to kill Tor. Yeah, that's right. Young Gandalf. That's about right. I don't yet, but we'll play a list on Wednesday during the streamer event. I'll put together a list that I think is probably at least a good day 1 list. Also, getting really close to having my Discord set up so we can have a Discord channel for the stream. I've almost got it all the way set up. We'll have that. Should have that done by Wednesday. I'll start streaming about 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, and I'll probably stream from like 2 till 10. I want to give a good long stream for the streamer events. I haven't been in one in a long time. What an unfortunate game. I think we have to double block, try to keep ourselves as healthy as we can. Not a good draw. This flips over. Ah, we're just dead because they have a bunch of 2-power creatures. That was bad. That sucks. Maybe that's the matchup we're supposed to bring in. I don't think we are. The speed demon might be okay. I'm really curious as the speed mechanic is actually good. It's a really hard one for me to, uh, like judge just based on reading it. I feel like it's too slow, but if it is good, that red black lizard that costs 2 that has start your engines and deals 1 damage to your opponent when it comes in, that card's going to be cracked. If if that mechanic is actually standard playable, that card's going to be nuts. Because that gives you basically 2 speed for 2 mana. Starts your speed off and gives you a speed. Yes, it is. Yep. Yeah, I just stole it straight from 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻. I think we keep this hand. Do I want a Blooming Marsh and a Tyvar? We can pick up the Tyvar. I don't think we need either of these. Because we have the Llanowar Waste to play. Because we can Llanowar Waste Overlord here. I know, we're not rank 7. We got to get ourselves back up there. We started at rank 18, 19? We started at 19. We'll get back to 7, don't worry. We'll never pass 7, but we'll get back to it. I have great faith we'll make it back to 7. I would like to pick up my Tyvar. I'm not sure if this came from a challenge. Meowdic was streaming this last night, and we played against them as our last game of the stream, and I wanted to try out the list today. They put up a really good result with it. I think they went 15-2 with it yesterday. Flash prowess, huh? Okay. -2. Man, my kingdom for something that didn't suck there would have been cool. Whew! Find a lot of bad ones here. We're going to save these back to try to block this thing to keep our Tyvar alive. Assuming they're playing Monastery Mentor as well to go with their prowess creatures. Mischievous Mystic. I don't know what that does. Draw your second card for a turn, create a fairy. Okay. They're on like unsummons, right? Take the elf. I can play second elf plus gnawing vermin. I think that's probably what I'm supposed to do. Actually, I can play second elf, untap, play Soul to Lost. That sounds better. No, let's sacrifice a thing. Go ahead. Tyvar down. Alright, the Wicker Folk's online. It's Wicker Folk. Attack with these two. Let's kick and play this. Hey, how's it going? This list is really cool. The more I play Dimir Bounce, the more I'm convinced I have no business playing any other deck. Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay, Scoop made it. Okay, Scoop made it. That deck's really cool. Kudos to Okay, Scoop, because this deck is real sweet. That sucks. That feels really bad. You like play a deck that you do really well with, and then all of a sudden it just can't win. Them's the feel bads. I feel that. How dare you take my Souls of the Lost? That was so incredibly rude. The Gnawing Vermin. So many gnawing vermin. I just want to put another counter on this. I mean, they've got a chunk in front of the Urborgs. Lurgoyf. Chunk. Chunk of chunk. Let's go. We'll have to worry about Rest in Peace post board. The only card I'm truly scared of. The only thing the Souls of the Lost fears is the rip. Probably the Nowhere to Runs and the Canker Blooms. Glissa, I think, just comes in almost every time. I wonder if we just want a third Glissa. I don't like these Obstinate Balos. That's like the one thing that I don't think we need in our sideboard. I think it's just like a knee-jerk reaction to Pixie, and I don't think we need it. But I think this deck's probably pretty good against Pixie on average.